I could have showed you how that worked, but it's basically a chainsaw top. You can see from the picture, you just grab the red thing and pull, and it does a damn good job. And it does a small serving size, so I don't have to break out my food processor. Whole thing goes into the dishwasher. This poor little guy, he is green light, which means he's ready to go. You can see the humidity in the air start to cause crystallization patterns to appear. Not very humid, it's very dry air here, so this should be very entertaining. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing on the tripod because my editing is not awesome. And my very first thing that I'm freezing is strawberries, lightly pureed with some hibiscus tea that I had chilling in the fridge. A bit of sugar, instead of sugar, I used about 3 tablespoons of agave nectar. So 3 tablespoons of agave nectar, about 7 strawberries, and about a half a cup of that hibiscus tea. The green light's on. I see freezing happening, so when the green light comes on, it's ready. So I'm going to pour out my sorbet mixture thing that I have going on. I'm going to put some drops over here just to see how quickly they freeze. And immediately rinse this off because I do not want a sugary sweet mess. Quick rinse on that. And my frozen treat here is coming to life. There's a shine off of the planters in the background. I still don't have my lighting figured out, but you can see these ones just froze solid. They're little icicles, Dippin' Dots, if you will. But this, it's already started to freeze on the bottom, so I'm gonna have to start working it. It's already starting to turn into a almost a putty. I see them doing this technique and I don't know how to do it yet, but it's like a cross and then it's like this way. It's like you're spackling the floor or something, maybe a wall, and then they go up. Always in, always in, always in, always in. My neighbors aren't going to like this too much, but I don't really care. So that's my makings of a sorbet here, I guess. Man, they're really talented. I don't understand this ambidextrous motion that they make. I also don't quite get the chop thing, so I'm gonna have to watch a couple of videos to figure out exactly how they do that. So I guess the trick is just to keep spreading it, and what happens is it freezes, and I guess you're churning it when you do the action. That's why you have 2, I suppose. So interestingly enough, this is starting to freeze really well. It's coming together quite well, like any good sorbet would. I guess the trick is to keep it moving, agitated, so that you can keep the size of the crystals as small as possible. That is the goal in a good sorbet. So far this is not a good sorbet because there's chunks and seeds, all sorts of stuff in there. So, this is kind of fun though, I have to admit. It's like playing with putty or Play-Doh. So there's not really a lot of talent that goes into this. It's kind of like making a mess, except with some sort of an end goal of refined frozen treat. And I guess to clean it, you just kind of scrape it, let it fall. Stainless top, so as long as you kept it inside, which I have to admit is actually quite difficult, you could just come back with a cloth and drown it, because it's got walls, sanitize it, and you're done. I wonder how you turn it off. I bet it's just the same button. Yep. So there it is. That's my first attempt at making a sorbet. If it tastes good, I'll let you know. If it doesn't taste good, I'll let you know. I didn't really go super far into making the recipe. I just went through the motions of making berries and liquid. I was so excited I didn't make it formalized. I'm not going to do any kind of weird fancy ice cream roll. I'm just going to try and get as much of the sugar as I can. All this frozen sweetness does not need to be sitting here to attract whatever creatures it wants to attract. That's that.